It's a video. I'm on video. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, drink. Drink your water. Drink, drink, drink. Drink your water. Drink your glass and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Drink, drink. Let's knock out this water before the song go off, family. Lift your glass and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Come on now, let's make it through the song. That's one bottle down. You know, I gotta do those 32 ounces. These only 16-ounce bottles. And it's not spring water. Brother Hatim is slumming. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink.
You are the first participant on the call. Please hold
your
while
glass
we wait
and
for
drink
the
some
others
water.
to join.
Take a breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Uh-oh, we might got a problem, family. We might got a problem. So now I got to see how the phone calls work because I'm trying a new system today. I'm only be able to do this live on the road. Drink, 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 drink. We almost drink, 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 drink. Man, family, listen, I know y'all like Brother Hatim. It's Sunday, man. It's Sunday. What are you doing up? Why are you up and doing the show Sunday? Oh my God, excuse me. That's 14 push-ups. I'll knock those out. What are you doing up this early on a Omani? Why? Why would you be up this early on a Omani? Let me tell you why. Brother Kwame will be doing the Sabiat today. And I wanted to make sure that I was in the house and had the stuff set up so that I could make sure that I share the message that he has with the world. Now, for those that don't know who Brother Kwame is is a scholar, a mathematician, one of my brothers, somebody that brought me back into, in a sense, brought me back into the collective that I started at. It keeps me informed about a lot of stuff, so I want to make sure that I am there to support him on his day, right? So he's going to be doing the Sabayat. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be recording it, along with other people being there. Hopefully I see some of y'all there, right? So we are going to do our toast. Now, I do have the lines open because I want to test out the system that I am working with today. Because I was going to take my computer, but I don't need to take my computer. Because right now, I am streaming live on Spreaker without my computer. Now, what I need to see is if the phone line works. Because now, if this system works, then this means that when it comes time for me to do the show with Brother Anubis, shouts out to Brother Anubis, who's here, great Omani to you. When it comes time to do the show with Brother Anubis, I got a new system where I can make sure that everybody is heard. Now, the hiss you hear in the background is my speaker, right? And that means that the lines are open, and once somebody occupies that line, let me put the number up so that y'all can get it, those that want to call in and want to share, because I need somebody to call in, because I want to test and see if this will work through just my computer, because I'm using my computer as a phone now. Alright, let me go and type this in. I don't know what's going on here. Comment, there we go. 614-556-4535, fam. Y'all hear the girls, so we ain't got a couple of minutes before the girls get up here and start turning out. Right? So, let's enjoy these couple of minutes, and let's go and do our toast, family. Shouts out to whoever was out there. Once again, Brother Kwame will be doing the Sabayat today, and I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I woke up like, ooh, Brother Kwame. Ah! And the title of his speech today is Maya Comedics. So I got to be in the spot. I got to hear what he want to say. If anybody want to call in, because we got a couple minutes to talk, 614-556-4535. I still got to get to the ironing board. I still owe y'all about 14 push-ups. I'm going to knock those out. But hey, let's go and do this toast. Of course, y'all know today is Omani. Pulling out the cheat sheet. Imani. For those that don't speak the language, Omani means faith. Oh, I'm slipping, family. Hold on. First off, I need to let you know you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Of course, you know this is a daily toast, and this is the Heart of a Simba production. Yes, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. So today is Omani, which for those that speak the language, you know that means faith. Yep, I'm always slipping, man. Always, you know. But the best part about slipping is you get to know where your balance, you get to practice your balance moves. It's faith. The modic principle of the day is harmony. The M7 of the day is trust. The color is red. And of course, the hermetic law of the day is gender. If you was born on this day and male, Kwesi is the name. Female, the name is Akusua. Right? So now, moving into the emotional emancipation circles, African-centered cultural virtue and value systems. Today, in Wolof, the cultural virtue is Jom, a sense of honor, self-respect. Akan ethics, good of human nature, goodness of human nature. And in Yoruba, Oju Ona, originality. Oh my God, let's get it. We about to pour these libations. I got that ambrosia. Got my little crystal carafe fill. I can hear it sizzling just a little bit. I ain't gonna fill it up because we got to make this last. I know I got 12 gallons brewing downstairs. I got 1 gallon of the Death Eater up here. Yes. I'm about to get a bucket for the Death Eater because the scobies are doing well. So the branch of the ambrosia that deals strictly with the Death Eater. And for those that don't know, the Death Eater is the dandelion root and burdock root combination. There's no green tea in it. It's straight dandelion root and burdock root tea, cold brewed, and then we throw on the honey and the SCOBY, and we let the magic happen. This right here is one of my favorites. Why is it? Well, it is my favorite. Why? This is my combination. The SCOBYs, I trained them so that they will be able to sustain and survive in that environment. And on top of that, this is the one I believe has the most health benefits for us, right? Because a lot of us, we don't live in areas where green tea grows, right? But in all the places that we live here in America, dandelion root and burdock root grows. And they are very medicinal. They're very health building type herbs, right? I mean, if you look up the health benefits of dandelion root and burdock root, right? And they grow naturally where we are. They grow up under oppressive conditions. They grow wherever you lay them down. So this means that it's a hardy seed and it's full of ashe, and it's one of the most powerful combinations. It is the most powerful combination that I have. It's not the most popular drink because only a few elders get it, right? You know what I'm saying? I got elders that order half gallons of that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes gallons of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the best ones, and I can't wait to sip on some and sit here and do the toast with y'all because I might be able to pull out a few bottles for myself, depending on what's ordered, because I have a bunch of orders going out, and on top of that, I'm going to be trying to do another 8 gallons to move us through the Kwanzaa season, because another reason I want to experiment with this setup is because during Kwanzaa, on each day of Kwanzaa, we will be doing, I'm going to find out, but if there's a sunrise ceremony, I want to be there, and I want to do the daily toast after or during the sunrise ceremony, right? So that we can make sure that everybody is involved with the lighting of the flame, right? So now, what we're going to do now is just go straight to the libations, and if nobody's going to call in, I could go on and crush this line, because this hissing feels like it's a damn snake right by my neck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go on and silence that up for a second. Let me see what I can do about that hissing. Can I choose audio device? Mute. If I mute, what will happen? Nope, it didn't mute everything. So, all right. Nope. Let's get off of there. All right. I could lock my conference. I could record. I can invite others. All right, so what I do is I just move it for now, just in case somebody want to call in, because you never know, I might get a hot topic. All right, here we go. Lifting glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. We call on that great force, that unifying power, that great being that first thought, the first thought that put everything in motion. We lift up our glass to the first ancestors, and with that, we say Ashe. From their family, we move to our personal ancestors, and without any further ado, we know we stand on their shoulder. We know that we learn from the memories and experience that we had with them in our lives. So we lift up our glass and we salute them. So going without any further ado, where are my glasses? So I won't be straining. Make sure I get this right. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin and Tex, Sonny Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia and William Walton, Christopher and Fanny Gatson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fane, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Elvira Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet My, Ron Malika Fakure, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alpha Bro Pro Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxter brothers, Mrs. Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Fosters, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Mary B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quails, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, I think that's Leon Gross, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amotep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lucy and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Rustlin Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Alice Murphy. Shouts out to Sister Nicole Pittman. Once again, I'm making that announcement. Brother Kwame will be giving the Sabayet, and we toast those ancestors that I just read. And if y'all have any other ancestors that y'all want to announce, please post them up. We'll send a shout out to them. We lift up our glasses and we say Ashe. From there, we move to the present moment. We salute this moment. We spoke about it. We are on Omani. Today is the day of faith. Today is the day of harmony. Today is the day of the Hermetic law of gender. You know, you can activate your reticular formations and find what you're looking for. Put it in your mind. Consciously use this reticular formation rather than allow it to run free and find all the negative shit, because that's how it works. So you need to activate it so that you can find what you want. So we lift up our glass to this present moment, because in this moment is all our power, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move on. Where do we go from here? We go to our children. Our children's children on to infinity. We toast our future. We toast our children now so that they could toast us in the future. We lift up the glass and we salute the great lives that they will live. We calling it out, right? We need our scientists. We need our politicians. We need our economists, right? We need our big men and women of big affairs, right? As Marcus Garvey would say. We need our captains and our generals of industry. We need our military-minded and our strategic young people. We need them all. So we lift up our glass and we toast and we call them into existence, right? We wake them up in our children now, because we are responsible for the next 7 generations. So the foundation that we leave, right, will either benefit or hinder those future generations. And that is a heavy burden to carry. But it's a burden that we are able to fulfill. It's a burden that we are able to handle because others handled it for us. And it's our job to take it to the next level, family. So we lift up our glass to future, on to infinity, and we say Ashe. From there we move on and we toast all of our relations. We toast all of our relations, right? Two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the scaled, those that swim in the ocean, those that walk on land. We toast all our relations. We toast all of the elements. We toast all of the directions. We toast the entire universe. And we say Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I toast you, your marvelous, wonderful, and powerful self, right? I toast you because every day you're moving a little bit closer to who you were put here to be. If you have now already become that. But we all are works in progress. We all live in the eternal now until we are no more. So we are all constantly growing, making our lives better, and making our family lives better, making our tribal life better, so that we can come back into something bigger, all right, and better. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I toast you. I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. Now, woo! It's maturing. Yes, Lord, it's maturing. All right. So, I was thinking about that final, that living in the eternal now. Better than we left it. And a lot of us kind of isolate our work. We're taught that it's all about us and we just work on us. But if we don't work on our families and if we don't work on our tribes, we falling short. Why? Because it's the tribe and it's the family and the tribe that protects the individual. Right? It's the family that protects the baby. And it's the tribe that protects the family. Right? And it's the community that protects the tribe, and it's the city that protects that community, right? So by us limiting, and I need you to understand this, family, by us limiting our scope to just us, we limit our power. See, we got to understand that what we're working on is far bigger than us, and we have to find the balances, because it's hard. Because it's kind of hard to be involved with the community, but then still working with your children. But when you bring the children into the community, when you bring the children into the tribe, right? When you bring the family into the tribe, and we all got to work at that, because there's always going to be people striving. It's always going to be people striving to stop you from doing it. But you still have to do it. You have to find a way to bring them all together. This is why we come up with those cultural stabilizers like Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is an event, it's not an individual event, it's an event where you are able to invite your family. This year I'm going to invite my mom to come out to the Kwanzaa celebration. This year I'm going to invite my wife to come to the Kwanzaa celebration. This year, of course, me and my kids are going to be there. I'm taking off that whole Kwanzaa season so that I could be involved from the morning through the afternoon pieces where we're doing it with the children to the evening pieces where we're doing it with the whole family, right? Because the whole piece is we have to start incorporating all of us into this whole community building, into this whole nation building piece, or we have failed. Because that one person that we allow to slip, that one person that we don't introduce at least and get them the basic framework will be the weak chain and the link that will cause everything to fall. So family, we have to start, in a sense, doing outreach, right? We have to start inviting people, right? And then those that don't want to be involved, we need to start kind of limiting the circle. And I know that's kind of heartbreaking, but the piece is this: we have to start building, because one of the things that is tearing us up is, once again, as black folks, we the only people that practice democracy, in the truest sense of the word, where everybody has an opinion, right? And then we're the only people that practice this whole rugged individualism. You know what I'm saying? We believe it. We believe that it's the rugged individual that made America. It's the rugged individual. No, it was never about individualism here. It has never been about individualism here. We think it's about individualism because we're coming into the game very late, and we think that it's about individuals. But if you look at what's going on with the media companies, the black media companies, if you see what's going on with the black media companies, you understand that it's not an individual game. It's not. This is a group game. You know what I'm saying? We're playing football with 2 people when you need 11 people on the field. We need to get our team. We need to start making sure that we start developing our team. We need to start practicing. You know what I'm saying? Like all teams do. That's what these holidays are for. That's what Kwanzaa is for. That's what all this stuff is for. This is what me coming together toasting. We're practicing. You want to talk about unity? Look at unity. You know what I'm saying? Look at what we're doing. If it ain't nothing but 3 of us, if it's just me by myself, I'm saluting. And I'm saluting not only my ancestors, I'm saluting your ancestors. Why? Because your ancestors, in some form or fashion, fit into my reality. And let me tell you how. If their name is on this list, you watch the show. If you watch the show, you send energy up for my ancestors. So now, on a daily basis, this is my responsibility to send energy up for your ancestors. And by us gathering, what we do is we develop an energy around us, right? See, unity, what we got to understand, family, listen. Even if we get our money straight, we're going to still be struggling. You know why? Because we get a big windfall as a group, or we get a windfall as individuals, and we will fuck that money up. Why? Because we have not grounded ourselves in our principles. We have not grounded ourselves in who we are. We have not grounded ourselves in our true responsibilities. Brother Nuba says, that is, I told you, I truly believe that we need to start with clusters of like-minded people moving forward. We could save so much more time and other resources if we really wanted to get something. If we really wanted to get something tangible done. And I agree, that's why I'm talking about the tribes, right? Because in each city, you can have several tribes. The magic number for tribes is 150 people. This is when you start splitting, because now one of the things I'm even noticing about the mega churches, check this out, family. Y'all think they ain't working on no signs. It's just the pastor up there. He got a team. And they breaking the super churches, they're breaking it down into many tribes where there's a certain amount of people per group. When there's more people, new groups form or a group split and they start, it's groups within those big mega churches. Why? Because in order for me to really get to know people, there's a limit that we have as human beings, and it's about 150. That 150 is the optimal level. So we have to understand that we're gonna have many tribes within our nation. We're gonna have many tribes within our communities. We're gonna have many tribes. Like, for example, I was just told that there's 250,000 people in Columbus. If all black people, and let's take out 80%, right? 80%. That leaves 50,000. And 50,000, if you divide 50,000 by 150, right? You got a certain number of tribes. But then those tribes have needs and desires that match up with other tribes, and they will work together to build towards something greater. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? In the military, they have cells, or they break them down into units, platoons, battalions. You see what I'm saying? You have all these breakdowns, and you have the same thing in the cities. In the cities, think about this. In the cities, we have, here in Franklin, we have counties, right? You break a city broke down into different counties, and then you got little townships that the city is broken down into, okay? I mean, you have these breakdowns. For us to want to operate as one big megalith, it won't work. We need to have different units. We need to have different tribes. And each one of them may look at the principles a little bit differently. But that's okay. See, because a lot of people we have to get through this fear. Family, check this out. I love, shouts out to Tashana Jones. Thank you for joining us. I love the idea of Kemet. I love the idea of Yoruba. I love the idea of the Dogon. Same to you. Salutations to you as well. And a long time no see. How you been doing? You know what I'm saying? One of the things that we have to realize, family. Lost my train of thought. One of the things we have to realize, family, is that we all don't have to agree. Tribes don't have to agree. We just have to have a way that gives us a reason to work politics. Politics allows us to learn to negotiate with each other. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to fall out. We're going to have different groups fall out. See, we look down on some of the young boys and the young ladies for forming these gangs, but they're only showing us what we supposed to be doing as adults. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up that our children is picking up on a universal truth. Like attracts like. You know what I'm saying? We come together and we become righteous. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. And I love the idea of all the ancient civilizations, but I want to ask you this. How many creation stories are in Kemet? How many creation stories? How many creation stories in Yoruba? How many different versions? Because, hell, how many different creation stories is in the Bible? See, because I want y'all to understand that when we look at what we call religion, this was a people's way of explaining the world, which is what science does, is it not? Right? And it adapted. So if we look at Kemet, we see that new temples will be formed for new deities as new things came into the environment. So this means that the religion and the spiritual system of our people, Anubis says countless. He said at least 5,000. And the religious and the spiritual system of our people was not stagnant. So one of the things I told people a long time ago when we first started studying Kemet on Ohio State campus, and people was talking about reading hieroglyphics and doing all this, and I said, family, I applaud the effort, but listen, we can't bring Kemet to Columbus. Because we have a different environment. We have a different situation. We can't bring Yoruba directly here. See, and I know some of y'all gonna get upset with me. We can't be Hebrews here. right? Because we are in a new situation. We are in a new time, which requires for us to adapt what we have so that we can survive, so that we can not only survive, but we can start living, right? And in most cases, most of us, we're not even arguing religious and spiritual principles. We're arguing history, right? And the point is, our religious systems, our spiritual systems were adaptable. They were formed to help us survive. And if it's not helping you survive, if it's not helping you to master your environment, you have to ask your question, then why am I practicing this? Am I practicing it because this is the way the elders did it? But let me tell you about our ancestors, family. Right? When different situations arose, different deities arose. When different environments, see, because check this out, because you even go back to some of the classical civilizations. They say Kemet, you had people leave Kemet and go to different places. They didn't take exactly what they had from Kemet and transplant it in different places. No, they adapted what they had to the environment. This is why they had secret societies, and they made sure that individuals had basic understandings, so that when they went out into the world, they could adapt what they was doing. For us to stay stagnant, for us to try to resurrect Kemet here, is wrong. No, we need to resurrect who we are here. Family, that's the power. Right? Many of us are spinning our wheels and we're holding on to old things just for memory's sake. And our ancestors wasn't like that. They didn't stay stuck. They didn't stay stuck. When you look at our classical civilizations, one of the major things that always stick out to you, when you look at them, we always had an openness. We always opened up. Why? Because you never knew what Jew would come with what system. So we was open up, and we would allow other systems to come in and share space with us. And in some ways that might have been a detriment. In other ways it was a blessing. Right? You know, we experienced a lot of the detriment part of that piece. You know, that's going to be something in the midst we're going to have to do. So even with the myths and stuff, we have to start looking at them and revamping them, even with the folk tales. Because with the folk tales, what I do is I discuss them, but I want to make sure people understand that this is not just something that we're discussing in the past. How can we adjust this? How can we use it now? Brother Nubis says, and even when that happened, not everyone necessarily had a system until they reached the end of their journey. And that's right. Now, I want to send shouts out to Shauna Jones because she just shared, and thank you for the share. For those that want to comment, feel free to post some comments. I'm on Spreaker right now, so those of you who want to, you can post up comments on the Spreaker. I can hear you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see it now because I have a system where I don't have to go back from screen to screen. You know what I'm saying? I do need to go back to this screen here where my people at so I can see when people are popping in. All right, so now we up to 3. I want to thank whoever's out there. Once again, listen, I'm up early right now because I'm excited because my brother Kwame is about to get his sabiat, and my kids is already dressed. I'm about to get dressed. Of course, I got to wash the dishes or whatever. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped. So I'm ready to get there. I'm ready to set up so I can make sure that I have something so for y'all to hear, right? Because I want to make sure that these messages start getting out. Now, a new book that I'm working on right now. I'm going through it. African American Folk Tales, the annotated African American Folk Tales. I'm reading this right now, and it has some powerful stuff in it. Let me see if I can find something, a quote that I might have found in here that might help us. Hold on. Because I sure did check something. I don't have a highlighter, and I'd be kind of scared to write my new books, family. So y'all got to excuse me. This something a lot of us don't see no more. People turning pages in books, right? You know, I mean, even myself, I started going to the Audible piece, and I felt kind of good getting an old-fashioned, big, thick book. But it's some stuff in here, man, that All right, so I highlighted this. This is what I was looking for. Where are my glasses? Wow, that's what happens when you get old, but thank God for it, right? So, at the same time, given that most Hampton all right, now right now, I'm reading the beginning where they're talking about the importance of folklore and folk tales to people. And they're going through where a folklore society was developed at Hampton, what would become Hampton University. And I don't remember what this quote is about, but let's read it. And as the Queen of Sheba sucked under the stupendousness of Solomon's greatness, and the children of Africa and America are in danger of paralysis before, oh Lord have mercy, and drop me on Facebook. But that's good. We'll pause for a second.
Yep, pause.
Give me a second to look up this word. I know what it means. All right, we back up. All right, thank y'all for hanging in there. Shouts out to Brother Issa. Thank you for tuning in. Let me turn up the light so that y'all can see me a little bit better. Excuse my hand. All right. And as the Queen of Sheba sucked under the stupendousness of Solomon's greatness, the children of Africa in America are in danger of paralysis before the splendor of Anglo-Saxon achievements, Anglo-Saxon ideas, Anglo-Saxon standards, Anglo-Saxon art, Anglo-Saxon literature, Anglo-Saxon music. Surely this must be to him the measure of perfection. The whispered little longings of his own soul for utterance must be all a mistake. The simple little croonings that rocked his own cradle must be forgotten and outgrown, and only the lullabies after the approved style effective. Nothing else is grammatical, nothing else is orthodox. To write as a white man, to sing as a white man, to swagger as a white man, to bully as a white man. This is the achievement. This is success. And now, this is not saying that this is right, but this is taken in a context. Now, what they're saying is that by us giving up our folklore, by us giving up who we are, right, we start pretending to be somebody else. And in forgetting who we are, we rob ourselves of our power, family. I want y'all to think about that. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to forget everything that we are. We're supposed to forget Brother Rabbit and the lessons, Brill Rabbit, as they say. We're supposed to forget the stories that we have. We're supposed to lay down our songs, family. And a lot of us still have some of this alive in our families, and we need to take these holiday times when we're able to gather with our elders to get the stories of our ancestors, to get the songs of our ancestors, to get the thoughts of our ancestors, to get the struggles of our ancestors, so that we can make sure that we pass this on. Why? Because this allows your children to establish a place and time. What do I mean? Right now, we're infringing, or we are accepting someone else's place and time for us. What we need to do is to set up our own table, for lack of a better space, lack of a better term. When you look at a table, when you look at the design of a table, the table is designed to say stable and is in a sense to take the place of the ground so that you can sit up, and it occupies a space, right? But now let's understand this. If there is no time, there's no space. And what we have been robbed of, we've been robbed of our time, and we now have to share or try to infringe on other people's space. Why? Because our space has been taken from us. If you don't have space and time, you don't exist in this universe. And as a people, we have to reestablish our space and time. How does a table establish a space and time? A table stands on 3 to 4 legs. Now, you do have 3-legged tables, but the most stable tables are the 4-legged tables. Each leg occupies a space. It's a small space, but all the table legs are at the same length, and they hit the ground at the same time. And on top of the stability of the legs is placed a platform where there is a special space and time that is set for those people who are to sit at that table. Every time you sit at a table, you are occupying a separate space and time. Now, this is the piece. As a people, do we have our separate space and time? Our separate space and time is set up on other people's myths, other people's legends, other people's ancestors, other people's achievements. Family, we need to set up our table where we occupy our own space and time, and the only thing that's able to be on or in our space and time are those things that we allow. That's power. Controlling your space and time. West Asians control their space and times. East Asians control their space and times. You know what I'm saying? Arabs control their space and time. Now it's time for Africans to control their space and time. And I'm speaking significantly to those Africans here in America, those born here. It's time for us to create and occupy our own space and time, because nobody's going to give it to us. Nobody can give you that. It's sort of like liberation, family. You can't be given liberation. This is an illusion. You can't, liberation ain't even a word that you could give. I mean, it don't even sound like something that could be given to you. Liberation has to be taken. Understand that, family. You can't be given liberation. You know what I'm saying? You could be emancipated. Emancipated sounds soft and nice. It's nice on the mouth. Emancipate. Somebody can emancipate, but nobody can liberate. Emancipate. You understand what I'm saying? You could be emancipated, but you can never, nobody could ever give you liberation. Liberation is something that you take. And in liberating yourself, you not only throw off the chains of those that's holding you, but you throw off the mind state. When we look at our folk tales and we say, oh, that's just for children, and we look at our folk tales and we say, that's not for us. When we look at our folk tales, oh, that's from the dark, that's from when our darker times. When we look at our songs and we dismiss them, when we look at the things that our ancestors created for us, because I want y'all to understand, as hard as you think your life is right now, it ain't shit compared to what our ancestors went through, family. Y'all have to understand that. We have to understand this. We got to grasp this. Some of us do got it hard. But most of us get to go home and we get to lay above the ground. Your ancestors used to have to pile up in cabins and sleep on the ground. Nothing truly worthwhile has ever been, and that's so true. You got to either take it or create it yourself, family. Our principles speak to that. Our principles speak to that. And until we realize that, we always gonna be floundering and confused and lost. And lost. You know what I'm saying, family? I need y'all to feel me on this. Right? I need y'all to really think about this. This is why I'm always talking about the development. And I want to make sure, because I'm not one of those individuals that's talking about developing just you. You got to develop your family. Because when they start seeing you do stuff, it's going to motivate them. Even though some of them act like they ignoring you. It's going to motivate, because now, well, why is he talking like that? Why is she talking like that? You know what I'm saying? And once you get your family, then you can start developing your tribe. Once you got your tribe, then you can start developing your community. Because a community is a group of tribes that work together. Like I said, we don't all have to agree on what a moja is. We all don't have to. Moja for you might be a little bit different than a moja for my group. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, we think that we all got to be exactly alike. Nah, that's not unity. That's not unity. That's Borgism. You know what I'm saying? You acting like a Borg. We are Borg. We all think alike. Unity means No. We start with the lessons like that. This is why I talk about the 3 levels of learning. We got memorization, intelligence of the mind, intelligence of the heart. Memorization, you memorize exactly what's there. Intelligence of the mind, you take what you have memorized and you start to make it your own. You're able to speak on it. You're able to have discussions about it. You're able to have intelligent discussions about it. You're able to discover new things about it. And then after you have worked with it in your mind, it goes to the heart. To now, not only are you able to talk about it, but now you live it. You are it. See, we don't just need to know our principles. We need to become our principles. That is the secret, family. That is the secret. We don't just live our principles. We become our principles. We don't just practice Mayat. We become Mayat. We don't just, you know what I'm saying? See, because this is what y'all don't understand, right? How do deities express themselves? They express themselves through human beings. So you don't just do Shan. You don't just practice what you become Shango. You become Heru. You know what I'm saying? These things live within you. And in many ways, in some instances, we can even ask the question, what came first? God or man and woman? See, those type of questions we don't like to deal with. We don't like to deal with them. Right? Because then we have to take responsibility and we have to really think, and it becomes uncomfortable. But I'm gonna tell you something right now, as all of y'all knew as you was learning. Like I watched Gina learn and I watched Sasha learn, and they get very uncomfortable when they don't know how to do something, when they don't understand something. That's part of the learning process. If you're comfortable all the time, you're not learning. You're not growing. Growth is uncomfortable. Remember going through puberty, right? Where you start getting hair and you started stretching out and you couldn't walk the way you used to walk. You couldn't run the way you used to run because your body is uncomfortable. Family, once we become comfortable, we are close to death. There's no more growth, only decay. Are you uncomfortable? Can you open up your holy book and become uncomfortable with the information that's presented to you? If you're comfortable with it, the question I have to ask is, are you growing? Is it really working for you? Has it challenged you? I look at my Proverbs. I look at my stories. My stories always challenge me. You know what I'm saying? And I sit up here and I share my uncomfort with you. It might not look like I'm uncomfortable, but sometimes I come to the shows and I haven't even looked at the stuff. And I have to, on point right there, adjust and work with that folktale, work with that proverb. And some of that shit is uncomfortable. Because how does this thing about this chicken fit into modern reality? Right? Oh my God. If it's not stretching you, it's not good. So family, I'm about to get ready because it's almost Kwame time, right? I'm about to go for those that want to join us, it's at 1409 East Livingston Afrocentric Personal Development Shop. Brother Kwame will be doing this abayet. I'm looking forward to it. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my kids. Because I'm using the tablet today, so they're going to be upset about that. And that's the way it goes. Shouts out to Miss Sweetie. But baby, you came at the end. You have to go on and wait for the rebroadcast. I'm about to get out, family. I need to remind y'all that you are now listening to
Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. What happened?
Anime over there chilling. Wake up, girl. You say it again, Sash?
Huh?
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame
Journey Radio.
This is the Daily Toast. It's a Heart of December production.
When we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
Hold on. Wait for the line to start brewing. Now say it.
When we strive to blow up your old paradigm.
We out, family. Those of you that's coming out, I will see you at 11:30 so that Brother Kwame can turn it out. This Brother Hatim, y'all take it easy. She talking about you. She said, love her.
Oh.
Peace out, fam.
Not gonna use the tablet. Not gonna use the tablet.
Drink your water. Nope.
Why?
Drink. 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 Drink your water. Now drink your health drink. We out. The water gone. This ambrosia. All right, family. We out. Drink. Drink. Drink.